What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. Quick video here. I'm not going to make this one long, but I just want to say, in regards to Syrian refugees that are male in general, especially refugees of fighting age. Now, a lot of people like to say, oh, look at Steve Jobs, he was a refugee. You know, look at this one, look at that one, he was a refugee. But when you look, and this is their pro-refugee stance. But I want to use Turkey as a proof that the male refugees that are coming to Germany, that are coming to Europe, are not the type you want. That they're actually the worst kind of refugees. First and foremost, all these examples they give, like Steve Jobs, they were children. They were very small children. And so they grew up integrated into a society and a family that was, coherent with the society and the culture that they were in. I mean, Steve Jobs was a Syrian refugee. He might have been Muslim. Who knows? He might have been a Syrian Christian. Who knows? Nobody knows. But the simple fact of the matter is, he grew up in the society, as part of the society, and he did great things. Wonderful. Now, what's the connection between refugees in Germany and Turkey? When Turkey fell apart, when the military said, we're going to take over, we're going to make a coup, what did the Turkish men do? They said, you're not going to turn our streets, our country, into a madhouse like you did in all these other countries. And they went out on the streets as individual men, and they fought against tanks, men with military-grade machineries, dudes flying F-16s over top of them, and helicopters and battleships, 14 of which are still missing. These guys went out onto the streets en masse to defend their country from chaos, their women from chaos, their children from chaos, their old people from chaos. The refugees in Europe, what did they do when their country needed them? They cut and run. And a lot of these guys are here by themselves. You telling me they don't have sisters, mothers, daughters, aunts, nieces, nephews, old people that need protection, young people that need protection? They couldn't be loyal to their country when their country needed them the most. They couldn't stand up and fight and defend those who were defenseless. They ran and came here. What makes you think that they're going to come here and serve this country or these countries and these people any better? They are selfish. They are cowards. And the only time they show a lack of cowardice is when they get upset because they can't get what they want in this country, because they're not really willing to integrate. They want to come and get free stuff, dude. Trust me. If they weren't about free stuff, then they'd stay in their country and fight to make sure that the stability and whatever else they considered to be good from their country remained. They'd fight and defend that. No, they get upset, they grab a bunch of guns, and they shoot up the general populace here. They're cowards. If someone's shooting, they run. If they can shoot and no one's shooting back, now we see a new type of guy. I'm walking around with my family the other day, my daughter and stuff, and dudes are mean mugging me like you're going to beat somebody up. And I'm not saying this personalized because they're mean mugging me, but I'm just like, I know for a fact you're a coward. Because you're here. And your country's still in war. And somewhere, some female of your family, because someone gave birth to you, someone in your family, because Arabs have large families, someone is still suffering somewhere. What are all you single dudes doing here? Europe is getting the worst of the refugees. The women and children we can understand. But what are they going to do? Who are they going to fight? How are they going to fight? But even that's kind of questionable, because look at the Yazidi women in northern Syria. The Yazidi women were like, look, we're getting raped, we're getting killed. How did they say in that movie Lord of the Rings? Women learned a long time ago that if we don't learn how to fight with swords, we can still die upon them. And the Yazidi women took up guns. Now, I don't advocate women on the battlefield, but when push comes to shove and all else fails, what do? You stand up for yourself, your family, community for country. And they have no sense of any of that. Don't have sympathy for them. They're cowards. This is your man, Abuamerican. Catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Abuamerican. I'm out.